Good morning to all my dear students. Today we are going to start our new chapter, and this is first video for our new chapter, chapter 2. I'll not name the chapter. You will yourself explore the title of the chapter. As we have already finished our chapter 1, in which we have seen that there are different factors of productions which are very important in order to produce something or anything. Without these factors, any product cannot be produced. So just adding to your list or just adding to your knowledge, there are 4 factors of productions. We have already gone through 3, but fourth one is very important. First factor of production is land, second labor, third is physical capital, and fourth is human resource, or we can call it enterprise or entrepreneur. This chapter, People as Resource, is an effort to explain population as an asset for the economy rather than a liabilities. I'll explain this term, and at the end of the chapter you yourself explore, or you will by yourself understood the concept of population. It is assets, not a liability. So let us start our first chapter, that is people as resource. Fourth resource, that is human resource, is very important, as it is going to use all other resources in a proper and systematic manner. If the supervisor is not there, if the manager is not there, if the idea is not there with the person, and the person is not ready to take a risk, it is not possible to produce anything. So it is very important. The fourth factor, that is people as resource, and how human being can convert into resource, that will also be learnt in this chapter. So let's start our chapter, people as resource. And we will also focus on the concept that population is assets, not a liability. It is something that we want to keep it with us for a longer period of time. So what is people as a resource? People as a resource is a way of referring countries' working population in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. Who will be called as a resource? Which person can be considered as a resource? A person who has got some kind of skills or ability to perform different type of task. A person who is having a skill is in demand or will be in demand in society for different type of work, or work related with his or her skills and abilities. When the existing human resource is further developed by becoming more educated and healthy, we call it human capital formation, that adds to the productive power of the country, just like physical capital formation. Like we have developed land, we have constructed buildings, we have constructed factories, we have installed machine on that particular land. So that particular land has become productive. Similarly, when human resource is given proper education, proper healthcare facilities, training, then he can become a resource. A simple student can become entrepreneurs, can become professionals, and can contribute productively to the society. So this is how a simple human can convert into human capital or resource when they are given proper education, proper healthcare facilities is being provided to him, and at the same time giving them training. This can seen directly in form of higher incomes earned because of higher productivity. An engineer earns more than a simple laborer. A compounder earns less than a doctor. So doctor earns more. Why? Because he has got more skills, abilities, and knowledge. Similarly, a unskilled person, a laborer earns less, and at the same time, the architect, the main mystery, will earn more. So, this is how it is possible when a person is given proper guidance, proper education, better healthcare facilities, and proper training, then he become resource. Here you can see the conversation between one girl and a boy. Girl is asking a question, what is human resource? Is it like land or labor? The boy is answering, it is more than that. Means it is not less than, or rather it is more than land or labor. What is human capital? Is it like rupee, paisa or dollar? The boy is saying it is more than that. What does it means? Means the role of human resource, the role of human as a resource is more than what the land or labor is. And at the same time, human capital can create more wealth. That's why it is more than any kind of physical capital. Human capital is more productive, can be used in a different manner. Money can be earned by a person who is skilled, but an unskilled person cannot earn more money. So when we refer who will be called as resources, there are different type of people who are working around us, and they can be referred as resource for us. The script writers, the programmer, the salesperson, operations persons, solution architects, resources, designer, test analysis, managers, executives, business analysts, all are the part of human resource apart from other professionals like doctor, engineers, lawyers, teachers, professors, researchers. So all these are resources. Now let's see another pictures in which there are different type of professionals can be identified from the picture. One is doctor, providing health facilities to patients. Second is a teacher, teaching in the classroom or teaching through online. Another person is there who is rolling something, means he is also working in factory. And another is tailor, who is weaving or who is stitching the clothes. So these are human resources. Now to understand better how important it is to become a simple person to resource, there are two cases given in our textbook. You can identify the conditions from the picture that there are two friends. There are two childhood friends. One is very well dressed, another is just having somehow arranged clothes for him. He is selling fish, and he is thinking about his family, how limited resources is there for his family. So we will discuss the two cases, and after discussing two cases it will be more clear in our mind how it is important for a human to become resource and how it is going to be possible. Let's start first with story of Sakal. There were two friends, Vilas and Sakal, living in the same village, Simapur. Sakal was a 12-year-old boy. His mother Sila looked after the domestic chores. His father Bhuta Chaudhary worked in agriculture field. Sakal helped his mother in domestic chores. He also looked after his younger brother Jitu and sister Situ. His uncle Syam had passed the matriculation examination but was sitting idle in the house as he had no job. Bhuta and Sila were eager to teach Sakal. They forced him to join the village school which he soon joined. Means Sakal has started his schooling from the village school. He started studying and completed his higher secondary examination, that is 12th examinations. His father persuaded him to continue his studies. He raised a loan for Sakal to study a vocational course in computers. Means he has completed his basic education and then went for vocational courses in computers. Sakal was meritorious and interested in studies from the beginning itself. So, with great vigor and enthusiasm, he completed his course. After some time, he got a job in a private firm. He even designed a new kind of software. This software helped him increase the sales of the firm. His boss acknowledged his services and rewarded him with a promotion. So here is the case of Sakal, where he was interested in studies. He went for completion of his studies and went for vocational training, and after getting a vocational training he got a job in a private firm where he designed a software on because of his skill. He was skilled, that is why he has designed a software, and due to this software his firm was able to increase the sale, so he got promotion for that. That is the story of Sakal. Now let us study the story of a Vilas. Vilas was an 11-year-old boy residing in the same village as Sakal. Vilas' father Mahesh was a fisherman. His father passed away when he was only 2 years old. His mother Geeta sold fish to earn money to feed the family. She bought fish from the landowner's pond and sold it in the nearby mandi. She could earn only rupees 20 to 30 a day by selling fish. Vilas became a patient of arthritis. His mother could not afford to take him to the doctor. Means from childhood only Vilas was not physically fit, and after passing of his father, means when his father passed away, he was left with less income, and his mother was not able to provide medical facilities for Vilas. Vilas became a patient of arthritis. Mother could not afford to take him to the doctor. He could not go to school either. He was not interested in studies at all. Means we have seen that Vilas was not at all interested in studies, and at the same time we have seen the case of Sakal, where Sakal was interested in studies, and due to studies he was able to get a good job. He helped his mother, Vilas helped his mother in cooking and also looked after his younger brother Mohan. After some time, his mother fell sick and there was no one to look after her. There was no one in the family to support them. Vilas too was forced to sell fish in the same village. He, like his mother, earned only a meager income. So here you can differentiate the earning prospect of Vilas and Sakal. Due to education, Sakal became resource. He was having skills and abilities to create a different kind of software, which has ultimately increased the sales of his firm. But on the other hand, we can see Vilas was not interested in studies. He has not persuaded his studies, and also was not able to earn because he was not at all skilled, and abilities was also not there with Vilas. So it is the education, it is the better healthcare facilities that can convert a simple human into resources, and that resources can be used in a different manner. For your information, countries like China have invested in human resource. They did not have any natural resources. The country like Japan has not any natural resources. They don't have any natural resources. These countries are developed and rich countries only because of the investment that they have made on human resource. They import the natural resources needed in their country. How did they become rich or developed? They have invested on people, especially in the field of education and health. That's why they have become richer or developed country. These people have made efficient use of other resources like land and capital. Efficiency and the technology evolved by people have made these countries rich and developed. So it is a clear-cut message that if a country wants to develop, he has to develop or he has to focus for development of human resource. So all factors are important, but human resource is very important factors of productions which will include, which can make other productive other factors productive, and which can be used for further development of the country. Thank you, and soon I'll be available with next video. Till now, take care and stay home, stay safe.